And every time, every person in the changing room means more to me than my right knee, says injured Crystal Palace ace Ellis Hughes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's what's going on with this one here. Let's get straight into it. Ellis Hughes insisted making football history with Crystal Palace means more to her than her season being ended by a serious knee injury. The hotshot forward hopes that the Eagle promotion to the Women's Super League, aka the WSL, has put a smile on faces of the club staff and fans. South London side claimed their spot in the top tier ahead of next season following a 0-0 draw with Sunderland on Sunday. Hughes, who finished the season as the women's champions' top goal scorer, has been among the shining lights for the promotion winners. The Welsh ace netted 16 goals in 21 appearances this term before suffering a season-ending ACL injury during Palace's 2-0 defeat at Lewes last Sunday. Screwing. Hughes, 23, said, if you wrote my story at the start of the year and said to me, this is how your season is going to end, as upsetting as it was for me personally, I would have taken it. That's because every person in the changing room means more to me than my right knee at the minute. Yeah, you better add that. The amount of people that are happy because of this trophy means more to me than what I'm about to go through with my knee rehab. And the reason I'm about to go through it with such a brave face is because of the amount of people I've got behind me right now. I couldn't have done it what I've done this year without them. Palace men's side centre back Mac, you know his name, are among the spectators watching from the terraces as Laura Kimmy's Loma Kimsky side made the leap to the top flight. The team won 14 and drew 4 of their 22 championship draws following a season that saw the battle for supremacy with Sunderland, Charlton, Southampton and Birmingham. And Hughes, who began her senior playing career with Everton in 2017, hopes Palace promotion will lead to more girls taking up football across South London. The Eagles' number 9 adds, sometimes you have to have a why of something. So in-house of winning the league, in-house of winning a league, and you realize how big your why is away from the football pitch. We know that we can inspire the next generation. I see fans every day with a huge 9 on their backs, or I see girls chanting the different players' names, and you think, wow, okay, we are making a difference. If the girls get opportunities that we never got growing up, then we're all winners. Since making her Crystal Palace switch from Charlton 2 years ago, Hughes, who hails from Flintshire in Wales, admits to feeling very settled in South London, and she puts it down to the bonds built with the Eagles' teammates and club staff. Hughes said, I'm from a small village in North Wales and I've come to South London and I felt at home, and it's mainly down to the club. It's down to every staff member that walks into the building. No one goes past anyone without saying hi, and there's always a smile, and there's always a reason to smile in that building. I hope that we've brought an even bigger reason to smile. It was only in 2008. It was only in 2008 ago. What does that mean? It was only 2018, and it was only 2000. It was only in 2018. Don't know why ago is there. That Palace women were a semi-professional outfit, partly subsidized by former Palace man star Zaha. At the time, the Guardian reported players were being asked to each provide 250 toward their sponsorship share. For Palace women's gaffer Laura, the Eagles promotion is the start of what she called a fantastic new journey for the team, who are full-time. It comes 9 months after the former Charlton women's assistant, who had 15 years coaching experience, was appointed as the Eagles head coach. Laura said, this trophy is for South London. The top flight of women's football is where this team deserves to be. For those who have watched us across the season, they have always been full of confidence about our playing style. I think we play exciting football that the people want to watch. The club is at the start of a fantastic journey. This is a step we needed to take. We want to give ourselves the best opportunity in the WSL. I feel I feel we've worked hard to get all the infrastructure in and around the team. I've been a coach for many, many, many years across the women's game at several clubs, and I decided I wanted to have my own identity and philosophy and really take on a project. For me, what is special about Crystal Palace was the place that Palace was in. It really fitted me as a person. For both myself and Grace Williams, our head of women's football, when we met and discussed how this might look, it was a match made in heaven. Now we've seen the results of that. Big up to Palace, man. Palace women, anyway. Big you up. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. You know what I mean? Can't say nothing to that. Salute, salute, salute. But you're going to get served up, blood. Know that when it's time for you to face the Arsenal women, you're going to get served up. Time to face City, served up. Chelsea, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. But it ain't easy up here, man. Ask Birmingham, who you just been playing with. Ask them. They know what it is. Hard times up here, blood. Hard times. Get me? Ask Bristol Wagwan. They were holding numbers. Bag of goals they were holding. It ain't going to be sweet. But with that said, who knows, man? It's only one goes down. You get me? One comes up, one goes down. That man. So is what it is. So big yourself up, man. You know what I mean? Big yourself up. The one thing I would say is this ain't a trophy for women of South London. This is a trophy for Crystal Palace. Stop making things bigger than they are right now. You know what I'm saying? And again, with doing it for the girls because they need to see it. But what about the women back in the day? The real heroes of you lot who don't get no shine. And I'm on it. I'm going to get them women shine. Some of them ain't around no more, but some of them are. And they are the ones who deserve the shine, not the women that are in the WSL. If you're in the WSL, you didn't help build that. It was the women who did not get the love, who did not get the shout. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can even count all the Arsenal ladies, all of them. You get me? Before the rebranding, all of them. You get me? All of them. You can count Alex Scott and all that, everyone. But even before that, before Rachel Yankee, all of them, before that, those are the women had to play. As we're learning now, there's like, I'm learning that there's no such thing as a female football boot. So they're playing back then they were playing in men's football boots, right? Probably different sizes. The kits were men's. Let's be honest. It weren't fitted. Kits were men's, playing on dodgy fields. Those are the women you lot should be shining, putting lights on. I don't care if they're unknown. I don't care if their games weren't seen. People were there, even if it was down. Even if it was just the 22 people playing the game, and then the team on the sides and the officials, they know who these people are. They need to be shouted out. Those are the women who got you lot here, not you lot fighting in your organized leagues, the championship and WSL. No, it's not you lot. It's not you lot. I have to say it because every time I see a bloody reel, and it's mostly my Arsenal girls, but sometimes there's other women as well. Didn't see no one growing up. Well, then you didn't do your due diligence, blood. You get me? You weren't a football lover if you ain't seen the women out there. Because in any sport that's coming up, no matter if there's only one court, one pitch, one ground, that's where everyone goes. So there's no, I didn't see no one else doing it. Bollocks. You get me? That's like a female rapper today saying, I ain't seen no one who looked like me did. That's bollocks, bruv. From the day dot. It might not be literally day one, but by day 7, women were involved. There were women there. You get me? Women DJs, women breakdancers, women rappers. They're from the essence. Are you mad? The first hip-hop record was produced by a woman. So don't say stupid things like it's, if it weren't for Little Kim. No, because who you think Little Kim looked up to? The real women who had nobody still got up and did it. How about that? That's what pisses me off. And it's the same for being black. When they're like, I couldn't see no one, so I didn't know I could do it. That's stupid. You saw a human doing it. Did you not? If a human could do it, you're human too. It doesn't need to be your color. You get me? How many black ice skaters, black ice skating hockey people are there before the first one came through? What was he looking at? All he was looking at is, that's a sport that I like. I can ice skate. I can smack that puck all over the place, bruv. I'm going in. Same for running. Same for anything. The ones who really had no one, where did they get the motivation to go and do it from? So that makes you a weaker person, in my mind, when you try and say, I needed to see someone like me doing it, so then I knew I could do it. But what about the first one who did it? Where did they get their from? And why don't you have that in you? Anyway, big up Crystal Palace. Yeah, I just took a little detour right there, but I don't like when anyone says it. You get me? About anything. You don't need no one to look like you, be like you to do it. Don't need none of that. Don't need none of that. You don't need to see someone that's an amputee being a TV presenter. So I was trying to make my arm disappear and I put it right in the screen. Someone who has only got half an arm. You don't need to see someone like that on the television being a host of something so you can go, I can do it too. You're a human. Of course you can do it too. You get me? There's only going to be certain things. And then other than that, you're going to need aids to help you. Like, imagine someone who's an amputee again with the arm. And then they're like, I can never do a pull-up, right? Well, you can't do a pull-up with two hands, but you could get something else to help you hook onto that. Then you get an arm and now you can pull. Bam, you can do a pull-up too. You know what I'm saying? Someone who doesn't have legs can jump. You just gotta get your aids, gotta get things to help you, and then you can do it. You don't need to see someone like you do it. You just need to see a human do it. You understand me? A human. Jeez, bread and cheese, man. Anyway, what's next? Here we go. We're going to talk about Fulham. Fulham out here flying kites, what are we doing in this world? Let's talk about it.
Girl, you got your man. Keep it cool, nothing else.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
As the final whistle blows on another electrifying episode of Bar Level, we're reminded that greatness isn't just achieved, it's expected. Because here, as fans and supporters, we set the bar.